In today's live, I'm going to treat this like it's my YouTube channel. I'm probably going to repost this to my YouTube channel because it's just a lot that I want to get in this live. First and foremost, this whole black women dividing is necessary, and I'm actually here for it. Because I want to separate myself from the women that don't want to work on themselves. They just want to come on here and complain about men all day. I'm over it. Like, you coming on here complaining about men all day is going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you stagnant. It's not going to have you out here moving forward. In 5 years, you still going to be doing the same thing. And your life is not going to have any progress. Why? That's crazy. And then we having the same conversation. It's the same conversation every day. Are y'all not tired? And I said this, the reason why the black community lacks growth, we haven't changed the conversation to solutions. We having the same conversation our grandmothers had, our mothers had, our great grandmothers had, our aunties had. Are y'all not tired? It's the same conversation. And one thing I don't like is repeating myself, repetitiveness. I just don't see the solution in that. It's either it's time for you to shit or get off the pot. Because you're just wasting my time. You wasting your time. Your life is passing you by. And what future will you have if you're going to stay stuck on this conversation? Because it's real simple. These men have came out. They told you how they are. They told you how they're going to be. Stop sleeping with them. Stop having their kids. Stop speaking to them. Stop interacting with them. Stop hanging around them. Just avoid them. Go where you are truly valued. We've been saying that for how long now? Why are we still here? I don't get that. It just doesn't make sense. And see, when I come on here and I talk to black women like this, they get triggered. They get upset. They get mad. And then they say things like, oh, you're just being a pick me. No, I'm getting my life together. I thought that's what we were doing. I thought that was the purpose of having these conversations, was to get our lives together so that we wouldn't have to keep coming on here complaining about the horrible experiences that we have been encountering offline. I thought that was the point. But you know what this has turned into? Trauma bonding. And I'm not about to keep trauma bonding with y'all. I got stuff to do. I got a life I want to live. I don't want to keep on this. I want to talk about finances. I want to talk about taxes. I want to talk about budgeting. I want to talk about real estate. I want to talk about businesses, how to start one, how to create an LLC. I want to get into that type of stuff that I'm actually into. But I feel like I can't even talk about on my platform because I know it's not going to get the engagement. I want to talk about spirituality. These are the things that I'm genuinely into. These are the things that I love to talk about. I am so passionate about these things. And I think when you see me here on my Instagram Live, and I'm not really tripping about engagement and analytics and stuff like that, you get a different side of me. Because I don't have to worry about my channel dying. I know how this goes. But I also know that there is this stagnancy. Like, black women don't want to let the past go. Y'all don't. Y'all want to keep harboring on what has already happened. We've already came to the conclusion and we already know what we need to do, but we just don't want to put things in motion to move forward. These men are not changing. If they wanted to change, they would. They don't want to change. Then, my next thing is this Tory Lanez situation. You know, in my opinion, celebrities are not for you. If y'all be so invested in these celebrities, and these celebrities have thrown you under the bus to executives, to CEOs, to these contracts, and y'all really think they care about you. It's sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. These celebrities don't care about you. They have shown you time and time and time again that they really don't care about you. But y'all go so hard for them. Y'all go so hard for them like they care about you. Y'all go so hard for them like you know them. Like you know what they up to in their spare time. Like you know them on a personal level. You don't know them. You don't even know me. Let's be clear. You don't know me. But I show up on here every day and I try to pour life into you, motivation into you, genuine love into you. Period. But it's so weird how y'all are so quick to throw me under the bus because of a celebrity. What have they done for you? Please let me know. Now, can they inspire you? I can see that. I can see that. I can definitely see that. But they not really hands-on with it though. They sitting down having conversations with you one-on-one to help you make some progress in your life? No, they not. They not, and they never will. They never will. Because they will be quick to sell themselves to, they'll be quick to sell you out for some money, for a contract, for a business deal. We've seen this. We saw that whole situation that happened with Kyrie. You don't think that's happening in the everyday space when it comes to black women as well? It is. A lot of these girls, rappers, female rappers, they don't even write their own lyrics. They don't. You know the lyrics that you're rapping, sis, are the lyrics that men have wrote for them. They don't even have women writing their lyrics. They have men doing it. I don't know how many men have came out and said, oh no, I wrote that song. Or no, I wrote that song. Go look at the credits at some of these artists that you're listening to, the music that they're listening to, these female rappers that are talking about women empowerment, women empowerment. Okay, well, where are the women writers? Where are the female writers when it comes to these credits I don't see their name. I don't see their name. But y'all be so focused on the wrong things. Y'all get played. Y'all allow these celebrities to play in your face every day, suck money out of you every day. And they really don't care about you. That was the reason that I ended up walking away from the Megan Thee Stallion situation. I knew she was shot. I never doubted that. Ever. Never crossed my mind that she wasn't. Especially when I saw the doctor's report years ago. I knew she was shot. I never walked around saying that she wasn't. I don't know where y'all got that from. I don't even know why in 2022, people are still debating on whether or not she was shot. I think that's really weird. I think it's very, very strange. Because when I read the doctor's reporting, and I'm talking about this had to be back in 2020, no doubt in my mind did I ever question if she was shot. But see, when I don't agree with every little thing a black woman does, y'all think I'm taking the opposite side. There's no side to take. We're talking about celebrities. There's no side to take. They live in their world and I live in mine. There's no side to take in that situation. I don't even know where y'all even got that from. I don't. Because they'll go home to their mansion with their security and be just fine. The only thing that really concerned me with this situation was two things. Megan Thee Stallion decided to take on being the poster child for Protect Black Women. And it bothered me. And the reason why it bothered me was because the incident around it, like everything that was surrounding around it was everyone involved were liars. Megan lied, Tory lied, Kelsey lied. Then Megan is talking about Protect Black Women. She wants to be the poster child for Protect Black Women, but the way she did her friend just didn't make sense to me. How can you be for Protect Black Women, but you're sitting up online bullying your ex-friend? In my opinion, if we really are for Protect Black Women, right? It should have been two girls, two black women coming together, working together. Regardless of what happened that led up to it, regardless of what took place before the incident, if we really are for Protect Black Women, why is it that Kelsey is going up against Meg and Meg is going up against Kelsey? Like, what's up with that? But Megan is for Protect Black Women. That didn't make sense to me. It didn't. And that's what really rubbed me the wrong way. Never questioned if she was shot. Didn't care who she slept with. Did not. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, okay, this was during the pandemic. We had our families. A lot of us had our families. Megan didn't have her family. She didn't. Then her best friend got sick with COVID. So she got stuck in Houston. So she was in Houston dealing with COVID, Kelsey. Megan was out in LA with no family in the middle of the pandemic during the George Floyd situation. She probably felt really lonely. She was grieving. She was isolated. We all were isolated. So she probably had a weakness. And she got with Tory. And it wasn't the best judgment. But this is my thing. It didn't matter what the truth was for me. I was going to stick beside her regardless. I don't know what it's like to lose a mother. I told y'all that. I don't know what it's like to lose a mother, to grieve a mother, to lose a mother at a time in the world where we all needed somebody. So regardless of me learning the truth, I didn't care who she slept with. It wasn't going to change my mind regarding her getting shot that night. She should have never got shot that night. That's crazy. And that's the thing with people today, especially within the Black community. Y'all so quick to pull out a gun. Y'all so quick to pull out a gun all over a disagreement. But then we don't, even online, even when it comes to a disagreement online, y'all be so quick to throw a Black woman under the bus and harass her to death. And I'm not talking about me. Leave me out of it. Leave me out of it. I'm a witness to what I've seen behind other content creators. Y'all will harass them and bully them all because you don't agree with their stance on a public situation or their political views, their social views. You don't agree, so you feel like you got to go into full-on attack mode. You feel like you got to go harass them, bully them into changing who they are. That is weird to me. That is weird to me. That is so weird. So not only are Black women doing that, Black men are out here quick to pull out a gun over a disagreement. And that's exactly what happened that night to Megan. She didn't deserve to get shot. She didn't. She may be cussed out. I can see her being cussed out. But shot though? So that's what we doing now? Like we pulling out guns on women? That's weird to me. So, but this has been going on. Then a lot of y'all don't want to acknowledge the fact that Megan said what she said and did what she did for as long as she did because she was out here trying to protect a Black man. She was out here trying to protect a Black man. And you know what's so sad to the Black men that are out here watching? She didn't want this to happen to Tory Lanez. She didn't. She tried to reason with this man for years. And you know what he did? He kept bullying her. He kept bullying her. He kept harassing her. He kept toying with her, mocking her, clowning her.
This Tory shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying and shit. Stop lying. Why lie? I don't understand. I tried to keep the situation off the internet, but you dragging it. You really dragging it. I hit this. I never hit you. Was like, oh, she mad because he was trying to fuck with Kylie. No, I wasn't. Like, you dry shot me. Like, everybody in the car, it's only 4 in the car. Me, you, my homegirl, and your security.
Tory put himself in that position. And at this point, I don't care if you believe he did it or not. He put himself in that situation because Megan never wanted to do him like that. But the more he kept taunting her and taunting her and taunting her, the more she felt like she needed to do something about it. And that's what y'all don't want to acknowledge. Then we could even take it a step further. Nobody told Tory to come online and respond to a meme, because I posted the meme to my Instagram. And because I'm doing this live and I'm not at home and I can't pull up my receipts, because y'all know I'm famous for my receipts. They hold more weight than just my opinion. So he responded to a meme that was posted to the Shade Room, and it says, "This goofy A ninjas say he ain't shooter. They literally have matched the bullets from his gun to the ones in her foot," right? So then there was somebody online, a troll, whoever, responded and commented and said, people say Kelsey shot her. Tory Lanez, September the 25th, 2020, comments and responds to the commenter by saying, that's not true. So if Tory comes right out of his own mouth and says, Kelsey didn't shoot her, well, I'm going to assume it was him. I'm going to move forward thinking that it's him. I'm not going to think it's Kelsey. And then, black women, y'all sitting up here harassing Kelsey, another black woman. And y'all talk about protect black women, protect black women, protect black women, protect black. Are y'all protecting her? No. Y'all not. Did y'all even think that maybe Kelsey took the approach within this trial to protect herself? She pleaded the fifth, right? Because she knew that there was a possibility, her legal team knew that there was a possibility that they could have pinned this entire thing on her. Have you ever thought about that? Have y'all ever sat and just thought about maybe she took this approach to protect herself from being accused of something that she didn't do? But see, this is the thing. Y'all get so wrapped up in these things and y'all only like to see things one way. Y'all don't take a step back and really evaluate the situation through and through. Y'all think y'all have to take a side and pick sides and pick teams and all of that. But you weren't there. And that's the thing that kills me. If I don't witness something for myself, there's no side to take. I want to know what happened. I want to know the truth. There's no side to take. We're not playing favorites. I don't get that. So this whole protect black women, the man done came out on social media and said Kelsey didn't shoot her. Why y'all harassing her? Make it make sense. It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. Why are y'all harassing her? And that's why I said this whole protect black women, it's becoming a joke. Y'all are making it a joke. Black women are making it a joke. You're turning it into one. At first, y'all were complaining about how people were making protect black women this mockery and things like that. But you guys, because of your actions, your lack of ownership and accountability, are actually turning this into a joke. Because you're sitting up here partaking in the very thing, the very behavior that you speak out against, but only when it pertains to men. We need to start having this conversation about protecting black women from other black women, because that's what I'm seeing with the Kelsey situation. That is exactly what I'm seeing. This man, September 2020, came out and said she didn't do it. So why are y'all in her comment section under her family posts where her husband and her kid harassing her? It does not make any sense to me. And I'm tired of seeing it. Y'all doing it just off a hunch. Y'all don't even know the truth. Y'all don't even think to sit back and think about the mental health of this woman at all, or her family and the things that she's going through. Shanquilla, she's another one. She needed protection against another black woman. Also, what's her name? Shanika Jinkson, the girl that was out of Chicago. We was trying to figure out what happened to her. It was her friends as well. Y'all need to wake up and stop always. And this is the thing. When you don't do the work, when you don't heal on yourself, when you don't heal yourself, you don't take on a healing journey, you're so blinded by the simplest things. You don't see things from a bird's eye view. You actually have a very, very narrow vision, and it keeps you from really being able to see the truth in a lot of things and in a lot of people. And I've been saying this, and I will say it again. You guys will go in on men all day, every day. You will wake up, breathe, and live to speak on these men, but you will never address that friend that don't even have a little bit of respect for you. At all. And women are so comfortable to come out and talk about it. We could talk about the plain James. What was that about? I just didn't understand that.
I just want to say this because this really been on my mind lately. I have nothing against the plain Jane females. You know, and what I mean by that, like the females who doesn't go out, the female who doesn't like get their makeup done, the female who doesn't really get their hair done often, the plain Jane females. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't have nothing against y'all, but why is it so hard for us pretty girls to come across a decent guy? It just seemed like all the guys, the good guys, always like cuff the plain Jane females, and I feel like you know us pretty girls, and I'm not calling the plain Jane females ugly. I'm just saying like the pretty girls that's extra, you know, you know, we love to dress up, we love fashion, we love keeping our nails and our hair done. And we just like to look good. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is it's hard being a pretty girl because I feel like it's a curse. Because I feel like we go through so much and I feel like we always gotta prove ourselves to a nigga for a nigga to realize like we are the one, like we good, we're a good girl. But I just feel like being pretty is just a fucking curse. And I done dealt with guys or whatever, and I done have a conversation with guys, and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm scared of you." Like, what? What you mean you scared of me? Like, I don't be getting that. Like, what you mean? Why are you scared of me? I'm not gonna harm you, little old me. Like, I'm not gonna harm you. I'm not gonna hurt you. So why would you feel like you scared of me? I don't know. Is it because they know we got options and they feel like we can find somebody that's better than them or something like that? Because I don't know. I just need answers from the guys. I need anybody to come in or inbox me and let me know, why do guys always say that to pretty girls? They always say, "Oh, I'm scared of you. I'm scared of love. I'm scared to date you." Why is that? I just need answers. And it's because y'all go and cuff the plain Jane females. Y'all go marry them. Y'all go do anything to please them. Y'all treat them like the queen that they are. And like I said, I don't have nothing against the plain Jane females. I'm speaking for the females that keep their hair, their nails done, just keep themselves up every day, all day. So I need answers. Somebody please, yeah.
Y'all gotta understand that men don't care. Okay? They don't. They have shown you time and time and time and time again that this hierarchy that they have created in your mind, because it's not in their mind, they will go out here and sleep with the very women they say they're not attracted to and have you sitting up here looking like a fool. And then you're like, "Oh, but I feel like I'm more deserving and I'm more worthy because I put on my 25 lashes." But he went and slept with a plain Jane. And then it could be reversed. This man could be like, "Yeah, I don't like my woman wearing makeup. I don't like my woman wearing them lashes. I don't like my woman wearing them lace fronts," and go out here and sleep with the very woman or marry the very woman that he claims, Derek Jackson, that he not into. He not really for all of that. First of all, you got to stop listening to men, because 99% of it is manipulation. If it's not a man that you can 100% trust, stop listening to them. You can't trust all men out here. You just can't. It just goes to show that black women are the problem too. And y'all need to wake up and be real about it. And stop trauma bonding with other women until situations like this occur, where a black woman who feels like she's extra, she feels entitled to a certain level of treatment and privilege. Y'all, I keep telling you, no one in this world owes you anything. And I don't know who told y'all, simply because you're attractive, you're pretty, that the world owes you something. The world don't owe you shit. And this is why I keep telling y'all waiting on some savior to come along. He's not coming, sis. You need to save yourself. Y'all keep holding on to these friends. They're really not good for you. You need to go and save yourself and meet other like-minded women outside of the social group that you created when you weren't in a good place. You created that circle of friends when you were trauma bonding. I saw, this is another, oh girl, wait a minute. I'm not done. I'm tired of seeing these TikTok videos where these women are sitting down, right? They're sitting down and they are having like dinner, lunch, brunch, and stuff like that. And they make it a joke that because their men are behaving, that they don't have nothing to talk about. I'm like, so you telling me that y'all don't have nothing to talk about outside of the men that y'all are currently dating or in relationships with? So y'all sit and eat in silence and don't have nothing else to talk about? Here it is. Oh, I'm calling us out today. When your men have been acting right, so we have nothing to talk about. We have nothing to vent about. Okay. I can think of 1,000 things that I could be talking about at brunch besides these men or my man. And first of all, I'm gonna tell you this now. When you create friendships that's centered around venting about your man, they telling all your business. That's rule number 1. You never do that. If you and your man having problems, you shouldn't be discussing that with your friends. You shouldn't. Because when you create friendships that's centered around this type of interactions, it's competition. That's part of the reason why y'all come and y'all talk about what y'all men do, what they do for you and stuff like that. It's very shallow. It's a shallow social group. It's a shallow social circle. Because I had a girl the other day tell me about a girl that I had a falling out with. All her personal business that I didn't even ask for, wasn't fishing for, didn't care. But she felt the need to offer it to me. And I think she did it intentionally to get back at the other girl. Just messy. And I'm thinking to myself, because I was a real friend to that girl, I'm like, see, you done surrounded yourself around a bunch of fake women that go around, you telling their business, they're telling yours. That's how that works. So that gossiping y'all be doing at brunch and stuff, and y'all be gossiping about this girl over here, this girl, just know you being talked about when you're not around. How about that? They telling all your businesses. Ain't nothing off limits. And they may even be making fun of your situation if they feel like something your man did was embarrassing or humiliating, like he was cheating, you caught, girl, it's a mess. But those are the type of friendships y'all want to be out here creating. It's called trauma bonding. They're very toxic. And I would hate for you to be in a trauma bond type of friendship where you guys link up, y'all just talk about your ex-friends, y'all talk about girls y'all don't like, y'all talk about men, y'all vent about your man problems and things like that. You're just trauma bonding. That's it. But once y'all don't have that bond to trauma bond over, y'all don't have a relationship. That's the thing. I don't even think black women understand what they're doing. I know they're making it a joke, but at the end of the day, like, that's basically what you're doing. You're just trauma bonding. But y'all really don't have nothing in common, which means if y'all don't have nothing in common, y'all only come together to trauma bond, y'all are in competition with one another. It's all about one up the next person. But, okay, so we talked about the plain Jane situation. Listen, nobody owe you nothing just because you're pretty. I don't know where y'all got that from. And it's so funny because I was just telling my brother the other day, I'm glad I grew up unattractive. I am so grateful I grew up unattractive. I am so grateful that when I was younger, I was a tomboy. No boy was showing me no attention. The only way I could get attention was by having personality. And you know what? I am so grateful that I grew up like that. I'm also grateful about the fact that my dad, he wouldn't let me wear makeup. He wouldn't let me paint my fingernails. He wouldn't let me wear a weave. He wouldn't let me do nothing. And you know what? He made me to depend. He forced me to depend on my natural beauty. He forced me to depend on my personality, my mindset. So a lot of y'all walk around thinking that because you giving your body to a man or you're turning yourself into a transaction that men owe you something. And you're going to get played thinking like that. You're going to be disappointed often, a lot. because men don't owe you anything. They don't. The only way you can get anything from a man is through respect. It's not through your body. It's not. It's through you demanding self-respect. It's not about how pretty you are. It's not about any of that. It's about demanding respect. Y'all see all the time, like, if you want to call them plain Janes, whatever you want to call them, right? But the reason why these men marry those women is because they demand self-respect, and they don't do it by using their bodies. They don't do it by using their beauty. They set the tone every single time by being vocal, by being assertive, by leaving when things no longer serve them. It's not about their bodies, though. I don't know where y'all got that from. I don't. And I was just talking to my brother the other day about this situation, and he was telling me that a lot of women today believe that. Who is telling y'all that? Who? I want to know who told y'all that. And that's what I'm saying. You can't allow everybody out here to influence you. You can't. Because one thing that I've learned about women, they are going to lie dead to your face to save face. Because they may feel embarrassed, humiliated. They may have low self-esteem, so they feel like they always got to put on this front. And so they're not going to tell you the truth about their experiences. And you know what? Partially, I understand why they do that. I do. And the reason is because when a woman, prime example, Brittany Renner coming out and letting the world know that she's owning who she is. She's owning what she has done. She's owning her mistakes. She's owning the fact that she didn't love herself and she didn't see the value in herself. And you know what people are doing to her? Making fun of her, laughing at her, feeling like this is the perfect chance and opportunity to, I don't know, like make a mockery out of her or to humiliate her even further. But see, what y'all don't understand about women like Brittany Renner, they don't care. They don't care. When you own yourself, when you own your truth, the good and the bad, you don't give a fuck. And I keep telling y'all that. Like, people get in my comment section trying to trigger me and stuff like that. But I'm like, girl, I like who I am. I like the good and bad. I like the mistakes that I've made. They taught me a lot about myself, the world, how I view myself. It builds character. You're not going to get it right every time. So to pretend to be unbothered, that's you not wanting to take accountability. And it's going to keep you stuck and stagnant. This woman is growing in life. She ain't where she was 2 years ago. She's not even where she was 5 years ago. But it's because she's owning who she is and she's proud about it. She don't care about the fact that y'all in the comments making fun of her. This girl, Brittany Renner, don't even need defending because that's how much she doesn't care. When you live in your truth, you don't care. You're happy. You feel relieved, like you feel at peace because you're like, you know what, this is me. Either you gonna like it and accept it or you're just not. But I like it. I accept it. I own it.
I hate how I allowed myself to just be like used up by men. And that came from a lack of self-worth. I did not understand my value that I was born with. I didn't. And I gave, again, people look at sex differently, but sex is spiritual unification. At the end of the day, I don't care how you spin it. It's spiritual.
For women.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
for
women.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. For women, it's spiritual unification. And people that I shared my body with, when I think about my list, it's repulsive because they didn't deserve it. But that was an outcome of me discounting my worth. And it's disgusting. I hate even having that spiritual tie in any type of way. But yeah, I would absolutely change sexually how I move around.
She came out and said this. I was so proud of her. Like, I'm like, this is what I want to see. I don't want to see women pretend to be anything. I want them to be who they are. And it's like so many women and people today are afraid to be who they are because they're afraid of what people are going to think and they're afraid of what people are going to say. They're afraid. But you can't be afraid. You can't. It's who you are. It's who you are. You being afraid of being who you are is you still wanting to hold back and not accept parts about yourself that you need to accept in order for you to truly live in your truth and be unapologetic about it. And that's what I liked about this Brittany Renner interview that she did, this clip that went viral. I can only respect a woman like that. I have so much respect for women like that. And the reason is because they're honest. They're just honest. They are honest. And that's all I ask. I don't ask for nothing else but that. That's it. That's it. And sometimes honesty is not always favorable. Sometimes honesty is not always fun. It's not always easy to accept, you know, but it's freeing though. And I think that's where she's at right now. Also, you guys, I wanted to talk about this as well. Now, this Black women, why are we divided? That's the question that a lot of Black women are having right now on TikTok. Why are we divided?
When are we going to address the very serious fact that the biggest haters that Black women tend to have is other Black women?
Yo, I'm so glad she said this, because I've talked about this before in a video, and because I'm not full Black in a lot of Black women's eyes, I get shut down every time. And it kind of sucks because I get it. There are light-skinned women out here who think they're the shit and think, oh my God, my skin color. And trust me, I've met those dumb bimbos. I don't hang with girls like that. But you know what's also sad? Black women, we have all been hurt. We've been destroyed by Black men, been destroyed in general. We've all been hurt. We know this. Why are you projecting what one light-skinned bitch did to you and I'm not doing that to you? When I tell you guys I'm a very honest person, if I don't like you or don't like something about you, you'll know. So when girls put that on me as if I'm that type of girl, no. Like, that is the saddest thing, and I get it. We're all hurt. We go through these things, and I understand it. Nothing works in our favor. But the thing that bothers me about a lot of women is they think that just because you're lighter, you have it easier. Maybe for me, I don't. I'm tattooed. People treat me a whole different type of way. They treat me like a criminal, and that's fine. I did this to myself. I know. But with that being said, I'm trying to make this video positive because I want to get to an understanding of when we can sit down and talk about these things in a healthy manner. Like, we don't gotta fight, we don't gotta scream, we don't gotta belittle each other. I think that Black women are beautiful. I'm Black myself, you know? I love my skin tone, I love everything about me. And I love Black women, but it bothers me to see this type of shit, a big ass divide over what? You know what I mean? And I get it, you know? But ladies, like, for real, this shit has got to stop. Like, just hating on each other for no reason, it's annoying. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I said the same thing she did in a video. But guys, I received death threats. Girls ridiculing me, making fun of my face, saying I'm ugly, this and that. And guess who they all were? Black women. And I'm like, why are they like, I'm saying the same thing she did and her video's not getting no hate. So because I'm not fully Black and not brown, whatever you think in your mind, do I take that personal and be like, oh, they don't like me because of this? You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to an understanding of what's going on in your ladies' minds. Why don't we sit down and have a debate like classy ladies and deal with this shit? Squash this shit out. Because at the end of the day, a lot of Black women call each other sisters and all that. But are we really writing for that? Are we really actually doing that? Because if you guys want to do that, I'm on the bandwagon every fucking time. I really believe that women can come together and be strong units, but there can't be jealousy. That's why I don't believe in women empowerment, because I see stuff like this and there's such a big divide. Don't get me wrong, I won't knock it if women want to try it, but it hurts to see women constantly like pick at each other. And I've been picked at, I'm sure you've been picked at, it happens.
First, we can start with this hierarchy that men have created. How did they create it? Well, they manipulated you first into believing that there is a hierarchy among women. And pretty women that are attractive have came out and said that there's a dark side to pretty girl privilege. There's a dark side to being attractive. And you guys, right now in my life, I'm seeing the dark side of being pretty. Like, first of all, people try to discredit you. People feel like you don't have any problems. People feel like your life is easy. People just make all of these assumptions about you, like your life is so perfect and, that we don't go through anything real and that everything that we have was either handed to us and we just never had to work for anything. And it's crazy because I grew up unattractive. So I have that experience. And then I'm currently in this phase of my life right now of having pretty girl privilege, and people just want to use you. People want to take advantage of you. People want to be seen with you just to say they were seen with you. People want to hang around you for their own benefit. Men want to have access to you because they want to impress other men. They don't even pay you, because I need to get paid for that. If you're going to use me as an intern, if I'm going to be used as an individual or as a partner to help you look good or to make you look good and everything like that, I need to be paid like an intern, because at least I would get something for it. And that's how I look at it. I don't know why anyone, and I get it, I do feel like this is the thing though. I do feel like when you are a pretty girl or when you're an attractive woman, you are treated better. But a lot of times you guys is fake. It's not even real. It's not real love. It's not. It's so shallow. Like the love and the respect that you think you're getting just because you're pretty is very surface level. It's only so people can get things out of you that they want. They just want to use you. And women confuse beauty and being seen as attractive as being valued, and it's just not true, you guys. It's not. I honestly don't know what's worse, growing up unattractive or being pretty. I don't know what's worse. Stop thinking that the grass is greener, because it's really not. There's such a dark side to being pretty.
I think I want to talk about like this dark side that exists in having like pretty privilege in society. Well, I mean, I know that attractiveness is based on your perception. So anyone can deem anyone as attractive depending on your perception of them. But we also have this social standard of what society thinks is attractive. And I feel like if you come close to that social standard or hit it, that a lot of men and women bully you and treat you pretty mean. Well, from my experiences, I've noticed that when you are deemed socially attractive, you get more hate, you get more negative comments, and they dare you to defend yourself. Like, they dare you to say anything bad about them, or like, it's not fair, how could you? It's like, how could you think? Like, someone can come on a girl's page who everyone thinks is cute, and they say something rude to her. Now, if she says something rude back, here's a flux of people like, how dare you call her fat? How dare you call her ugly? How dare you call her bald? Well, she just talked about me, but it's just, people don't understand that. They're like, okay, well, you have the social advantage, so you can handle people being mean to you because majority of people are nice to you. You have a social advantage. And I feel like a lot of people, men and women, take it from that aspect, which is crazy. But I have also experienced it with men, where men, they'll just make up in their mind that I'm either cocky or conceited or stuck up without even having a 2-minute conversation with me. And I think that's even crazy as well. Like, I have a lot of people tell me, you're nothing like I thought you were. I'm like, how did you think I were? How do you think I was? But I don't know. It's crazy. Like, pretty privilege.
So go watch her whole video, because she's speaking facts. And the thing is, a lot of people are going to discount what she has to say because of how she looks. And that is why this is an important conversation. So I've noticed that there's a trend recently on social media of young women who seem to be really fixated on this idea of pretty privilege. And I guess somehow the way that you look has some sort of merit in how you get treated in life, I suppose. And it's kind of a disturbing conversation, because it seems that there's a lot of young women that are hyper fixating on this. Now, of course, it is naive to say that pretty privilege doesn't exist, right? We get that. But it's also naive to think that being attractive makes your life better. It doesn't. Now, I am not here to invalidate anybody's experience. If you feel like you're ugly and your whole life is terrible because you're ugly, who am I to tell you that that's not true? But be mindful of the ways that people invalidate attractive people's experiences. And their experiences are valid just like yours are. It's actually quite normal and in our society to invalidate the successes of attractive people. People have no qualms about telling an attractive person to their face that the only reason they got some achievement or acknowledgement is because of how they look. People have no qualms about doing that.
I know that one girl made that stupid video where she was like, pretty people only bring pretty people play. Well, guess what? There are a lot of attractive people sitting at home just like I am right now on a Saturday night on TikTok by themselves because they don't have any friends. There's a lot of pretty girls sitting on the same dating apps that you're sitting on, going through the same endless round of talking phases and endless first dates, just trying to find their person. They're just doing it while pretty. There's a lot of pretty people out here dealing with health issues and trauma and hardships and loneliness and all of the things that everybody else is going through, and people are so quick to dismiss them. Well, you're pretty. Okay, well, I'm pretty and traumatized. Let's just acknowledge that we are all doing the best we can with what we've got. Because at the end of the day, we are all riding the same struggle bus of life. We just have different views, okay? We're just looking outside of different windows. This pretty privileged shit has gotten really out of hand.
I know you guys have heard the rumors going around, or the truth going around, about Marilyn Monroe and what they did to her body after she had passed. You guys, there's a very, very, very sick and dark side to pretty girl privilege. There's a very sick and dark side to having beauty and being attractive. It's not all that you think that it's cracked up to be. And it's so crazy because when I was coming up, when I was growing up, I used to think that if I looked a certain way, dressed a certain way, got a certain amount of attention or a certain level of attention, that my life would be easy. But it's not. It's almost like I never got a break, because growing up unattractive, you know, you get picked on, you get bullied and stuff like that. But I'm still getting bullied now. I'm getting bullied now because people try to discredit the things that I say because of how I look. And I'm like, how did I go from being so intellectual to now I should just be discredited because I'm attractive? Like, that is so weird. So it's like I never got a break from just being bullied. Like, honestly, that's what it is. And it's so crazy to me, because now I think about my high school experience, and I think about the most popular girl in school, and I think about how she was seen, or she was made out to be this villain. And I wonder now if it's even true. I wonder if it's even true now. And I actually feel bad, like, dang, I hope I was nice to her, or I hope I was nice towards her. I think about stuff like that, because now that I'm having the experience, I understand her point of view. I understand her perspective. And that's why I don't like dismissing women and their opinions, their perspectives, and the things that they go through, because you don't know where it started, where it came from, where it stemmed from, what they went through to come up with this opinion, what they may have experienced to have this opinion or to have this perspective, because you just don't know.